Hi guys, this is me Gunjan. Welcome to my channel. Of course, today we're talking about November favorites. October was sort of missing, but we're right here to talk about my November favorites. Also, a quick reminder, I am on Instagram as Gunjan Saini or Goofwoman. Jaiye, follow ka button dabaiye. And let's dive in today's favorite videos. Now, the first section is the products. Now, talking about my first favorite product, I'm talking about natural deodorant. I am not somebody who faltu mein fasi hoti hai, but then, true story, I do sink. And I remember a couple of years ago, we were doing a fashion show and we were in this closed small room where बहुत सारी models, बहुत सारे कपड़े बदल रही थी. And I suddenly started hearing that one of my gowns had to go to another one, and she started stifling it, and there were like these bunch of girls who started laughing, and I realized they're laughing because the gown was stinking, and yes, I was stinking. And one of my friends took me on a corner and she's like, I think you need a deodorant. Now, it's not healthy to use a deodorant because it stops your sweat glands to take out what it has to take out. So I used that for a couple of years, but I realized that cancer and other major problems can happen if you keep using antiperspirants or deodorants. And then I moved into this because it's important that we talk about if we stink, but it's also very important that we do not go for, I mean, I will not say, but there are a lot of Niveas and other brands which you would rather avoid and go for natural deodorants. You would rather go for something natural. Now, this is something that's available online. It's called the Schmidt's Rose and Vanilla. It comes in multiple flavors. I really like rose and vanilla. I really like vanilla. आपको आज की वीडियो में ज़रूर पता चलेगा. I also tried the charcoal and magnesium, equally good. They are a little expensive if you were to order from Amazon because they are internationally shipped. But if you were to travel somewhere outside, they would be a really good investment. Even if you have to call them at a premium, please do. There is another one that I'm trying out. It's again something which is not available in India, but I'm going to start trying it because I'm trying to try a lot of natural deodorants. So yeah, anything that you can get your hands on, I think everybody should move on. Now, the second product is, which is a gift that actually I gave to somebody. These are compression boots. Now, I'm somebody who loves massages, loves to go for massages, loves to gift massages. And I think massages are a must these days because every time your body is feeling achy and tired, agar aap ek bahut amazing massage le lo, life is sorted. So this is the compression boots that I actually gave to my friend. They're a little expensive again. They were shipped from US, but they do have an option to ship from US. I will tell you the name and everything. They're a great brand. What it does is it actually circulates your blood in your legs really well. So I mean, they do have another attachments. You can wear it for your waist, for your arms. I think this was alone $450 because it comes with like an operating device. If you were to buy that already, different parts for back and arms and everything becomes cheaper. But I think if you are really looking for a good massager for your parents, and one should and must invest in one for their parents, try looking this one up. I will also link the details below. Third one is a crimper. Now, any girl who is actually looking for something to invest in a hair product, I would suggest this one. Kyun? Because I think as somebody who's starting out to do things with their hair, straightening is boring, but what else can you do? Curls, I think, bahut difficult hota hai karna. So that's why I found a crimper. I personally have a crimper that I've been using for years. It gives you a nice wave. But then I went to US and I found the bedhead one, which is absolutely amazing because they look like, you know, you're just really getting up from the bed, and they're like very natural. They stay there for as long as you want. Probably use a mousse if you want them to stay longer. But what also happens is that you need no skill. Your hand doesn't need to be in particular direction. Kuch dekhne ki zarurat nahi hai. Aankh band karo, 1, 2, 3. You go around your hair and you're done with this. Also, I mean, of course, I've just come back from US, so I realized that this is less than half the price in US. This was some $1,700, $1,800 there. Probably here it's a little more expensive, $4,000. But again, get a good deal. It's worth investing in. Not a straightener, not a curler, but a crimper. That's the way to go. The fourth product, and I was sort of embarrassed, I didn't know. Actually, I shouldn't be embarrassed, but I sort of didn't want to take it out of my bag right now. I have it, but I didn't take out. It's actually a waist sculptor by Marks & Spencer. Now, I'm somebody who always yo-yo with the weight, and every time and the weight only comes on my waist. And every time I would want to wear a nice tight-fitted dress, wo bilkul dikhta tha. So I would either avoid wearing dresses or just wait for the perfect body and again go to the gym. I would say, and that's what I've realized, that after you you do a daily show on TV, you need a waist sculptor. You need to take your mind off. Sometimes you eat a heavy dinner. It's okay. You still need to look good. I think in Western one, it does feel like it's going to kill you, but it does the job. You know, you have to wear it till the time you're going somewhere. But it is so good. I mean, 2 से 3 inches तो बहुत आराम से takes away. So if you are somebody who has not been able to lose a lot of weight and waist is your problem, you should invest in Marks and Spencer waist sculptor. I think it's around some 2,000 or 3,000 bucks, but it's worth the money, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Now is the time for the shows. My favorite shows on Netflix. One of the ones that I found out is Diagnosis. Now I really like, it's a show which is on medical sort of background where they try to diagnose 5 such cases जिनको सब doctors ने मना कर दिया. They don't have a proper solution to it. So this particular person who actually does investigative journalism, she has an article in one of the Washington Post or New York Journal, one of the newspapers, जहाँ पर she actually talks to people or finds out cases जिसके लिए किसी ने अभी तक कोई solution नहीं ढूंढा है. So this show sort of tells actually the audience, like the way it's shot, that आप बताइए what it could be. So scientifically they list out 4 or 5 things it could be, and then through audience, through more research work, they find out what it could be. And I find that investigative medical research is beautiful, really interesting, something that has not been done before. So if that's something you are interested in, Diagnosis would be the show for you. Second one, also when you're watching something very high drama, and I think बहुत high drama shows चलते हैं, you want something that you can sleep with, because I like to keep my TV on, my phone on, and sleep to it. I found this show called Kim Convenience on Netflix, which is like Friends, which is like soap opera, which is like Hasi Mazak ka show with a little bit of a drama. But of course, it's about this Korean family in US and what's happening. So it's a very light drama, comedy sort of a show. I think wherever you want a little bit of a breather, it's a good show to go to. My third recommendation is Ali Wong's Baby Cobra. Now, Ali Wong is somebody who have come to love so much recently. Her stand-ups are amazing. And this stand-up on Netflix is also amazing, Baby Cobra. I think there is one that she's done before this also. So both the times she's been expecting a baby and she gets on the stage, does this stand-up act, which is not clean, which is not for babies, which is really filthy and dirty. But I think it's worth the watch. You'll be in splits. So that's my final recommendation. Another show recommendation is, and it's a big one, it's called The Game Changers. I'm sure a lot of you must have heard about it. It's on Netflix, and it talks about the plant-based diet as opposed to the animal meat. It's actually very crazy that how Jackie Chan and who's this other guy who's actually co-produced this sort of video, and they talk about that every myth. So they start busting every myth about meat eating. They have people from Virat Kohli to some of the international sports players, and they talk about that how eating vegetarian food has sort of changed their life. I mean, even if you don't want to sort of adapt to that, I think it's a great informational piece. It's a video on Netflix. Please go and dedicate some time watching it. Time for my favorite song of the month. Now, this is the one from Andy Grammer. It's called Give Love. So basically, I love the song, most importantly because I love the lyrics. It says something like, my mother was a sunshine soldier. Every day was a dream come true. She said that we were blessed by the breath deep inside us. She could make the colors in the sky turn blue. I think I love the song. I love the whole point. I live to give love to people, and that's the beautiful song. So that's my recommendation. Next is a podcast recommendation. Now, I'm somebody who's always looking to maximize her time. Ki bhai, agar travel kar rahe hain, then what can I do? How can I learn something new? How can I hear something interesting that can add some value? And I found that podcasts are a great way to do that. So here's my podcast recommendation, which is on Spotify. It's called On Purpose with Jay Shetty. And the episode with Hasan Minhaj is brilliant because he talks about that how, he wanted to be in performing, in the performing space. लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी, if you are in performing space, what it takes to really synchronize what you're feeling and what you depict outside. And I feel like, you have to hear it to believe it. Anyway, Jay Shetty has a spiritual sort of side to everything he says. And Hasan also has like a very funny, I love Hasan. So you will sort of see that. I think this is one podcast, though Jay Shetty did something on understanding Joker and understanding something on mental illness, and I kind of hated that because for 25-30 minutes he goes on to say what is in the description of the video, which is sort of annoying, but I think you can still give it a go to at least the Hasan's podcast. The other recommendation that I have from IVM Podcast, now they are churning out some really good content. I really like the one which is the health coach. Ashin Doc is the name of the guy, if I'm not getting that wrong. And he's been talking to a lot of people and understanding that what keeps their habits going, what makes them, sort of heighten their productivity. And I think that's another podcast that I would recommend. Now is the time for my favorite food, and that is, now winters are sort of setting in, and I really like I'm sort of slowly incorporating healthier choices in the diet, because जब शाम को 5 बजे भूख लगती है या रात को, if you want to snack on something, then what do you reach out for? So I'm starting to ask my cook to start making this pumpkin soup for me, or like different soups, but pumpkin soup in a coconut milk is an absolute delight, and when you make it at home you realize कि full ऐसे hotel वाली feeling आती है. So I think yeah, that's what I'm fixating on, and this is the picture of the pumpkin soup. She made it for me. It's absolutely delightful, and the fact is कि I'm also trying to go away from dairy, so this is small ways that I'm trying to incorporate coconut milk in my diet. Next one is my favorite moment of the month. Now if you know me, you would know that last month I was in US, so the moment sort of has to come from there, and there were a lot of things that were amazing, so it's hard to choose, but I have to say the climb at the Zion National Park that we did. It was called Angel's Landing, and we were doing a lot of treks and we were sort of tired, but it is one of the most gorgeous treks I have ever done. Not only that, ये trek थोड़ी ज़्यादा scary थी, because there's a point where you go 10,000 feet above the sea level or something like that, and 9 people sort of died trying to do that, because there comes a point where it's so narrow and you're going up a hill and there's not even anything to hold, and you can literally see that people can fall at any point in a second. I did or did not go to the top. You will know in the vlog that's coming up, but this has to be my favorite moment while I'm trying to go up and I'm like scared for my life, and my friend was behind sort of cheering up. Time for the fail of this month. Now there is only one thing that I have failed in, and that is this. I love vanilla, and of course we all love Victoria's Secret, and it's a great smell, like amazing, but it doesn't stay. I got such a good deal at it at the international airports, like while I was checking in, checking out. Lekin bhai, rukta hi nahi hai. Why are people trying to sell this? I have no idea. So I don't think I'm going back to this. Have you also sort of had a bad experience with Victoria's Secret? Do tell me. If there is a better one out there, which is vanilla and coconut, or just vanilla, please tell me in the comments down below. I will be looking out for that perfect vanilla scent in the coming months, so that will be coming out. Well, that's all from today's video of my November favorites. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope that some of them you would want to try, and if there is a better recommendation that you have, please send it my way. Also, don't forget to like, share and comment on this video. Also, do subscribe on the channel. Please press the bell icon. You should know when I'm coming next. I'm really trying to make good content for you. So if there is anything that you want to tell me, please do.